serious all the time.
Okay, so today we're talking about the Despicable Me spin-off, Minions.
Yeah.
Now this,
Which I thought we were talking about already.
we love the Minions. They are just the life of Despicable Me 1 and 2, and
I don't
2
know what I
was
mean.
almost a Minions film anyway. So in this one, we go back in time to when the Minions were looking for their first leader. We see him with how they tried to convince T-Rex to become their leader, inadvertently being clumsy as they are. They killed him. And they did the same to Count Dracula and numerous other leaders until they find Violet. And that's where we start our film. So what did you think of the Minions?
Don't tell me anything.
What did I think of the Minions overall?
Yeah.
The Minions themselves, obviously there's a lot of them, there's thousands of them,
There is.
but the film focuses on 3 so that we don't get too confused, and they all look a little bit different, just so we can
I smell
keep
combat.
track of them. They're adorable.
They are. They don't speak English.
The world, yeah,
But we understand
they're like a silent movie sort of. Well, they probably break all the boundaries between language, which is good. Anyone can watch them. Know what's going on.
So the clumsy Minions get their own film, and they cause havoc,
got nothing
as
to
we'd
do with
expect, throughout the ages.
Yeah.
They don't seem to age, which is quite unusual for any kind of film. They seem to stay the same age throughout. None of them
True.
grow no facial hair, nothing. They just seem to be cute, cuddly little minions.
It's strange that minions normally means people that help out and work for a big bad guy, and they're the ones that die all the time. But with Minions, it's always the big bad guy that dies.
Yeah, accidentally killing off.
Yeah. Like, they should be dying, they should be aging, but no. They're just invulnerable, which is obviously quite useful. Yeah, so you were talking me through what happened in the film
Yes.
just before we started the video.
So we start with the origins of the Minions, and we see them trying to find the leader throughout the years, and just them accidentally killing their leaders, and then kind of just being clumsy as we expected when they were with Guru originally. But as we go over the years, we actually stop at main character Violet, and then the film kind of starts with them trying to help her become a supervillain.
I smell fresh meat.
But yeah, Scarlet Overkill, she's obviously the coolest. And of course they end up helping her, they end up becoming her minions by their own clumsiness. That's actually how it happens. It's
Yes.
pretty cool. Like yeah, I won't explain it. But yeah. Of course we see Guru at one point.
Yes, I remember that scene in the cinema. We all turned around and we were about to cry, and it's just like you had a gasp in the cinema because this little baby, and everyone clocked on to who it was. It was something it's quite sweet, to be fair. I thought so. You, on the other hand, didn't quite catch or gather who it was when you first watched it. You're like, who's this bold baby with the big nose?
I was like, who's that? Some kid? Yeah. I have to say I did figure it out before. I think I figured it out before I left the cinema.
Oh, when all the kids are like, ooh, Guru from number 1.
Yeah, I can't remember how I figured it out, but somehow I did. My memory's terrible. I don't even remember Despicable Me properly.
It's good that the film kind of connects the Despicable Me universe together with the Minions universe, so multiple Minion sequels can happen, and as well as Despicable Me sequels, we can have the whole kind of Avengers world being built around here as well. Another kind of
yeah. Minions Assembled, that'll be the next one.
Minions Assembled. Now that would be cool. Where Guru would
That's
play
the next prequel.
Nick Fury, and he would then call them into doing a new job.
It's like fire in my veins.
And then, as soon as everyone knows their names, they'll change the entire cast to
Venom
some
is
other
supposed to make me
minions.
invincible.
Well, they start asking for more money.
Some black minions, that sort of thing, you know.
Like
They're out
smell
there.
fresh meat.
Minions are yellow; they can't change colour.
You hear something?
They did it with the Avengers. So.
You must be crazy coming in here like that.
How did they change the colour of the characters?
Ow, that really hurt.
Doesn't make any
What
sense.
gives?
Let's go back to the minions again. So,
Venom is supposed to make
as
me
we'd
invincible.
expected, there's a lot of slapstick comedy in the film. A lot of just general kind of menace by the minions or accidental things that they do. Other than
Yeah.
being slightly on the childish side, did you think it's enjoyable enough for adults as well?
Yeah, I mean, you've got to sit through the first
Who's that?
20 minutes of childness first, because it starts off with that narrator, like talking through their history, and it's really, it feels really simplified and sort of earning its U
You're going
certificate.
down.
But as you get through, there's actually a few sort of adult jokes like hidden in there and stuff, and more sort of general children and teenager comedies. So yeah.
Yeah, the first time I saw the
definitely.
Dracula bit, I did laugh. That was quite funny. That was
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean that's quite a grown-up reference. I mean, you have to know who Dracula is, and you have to know that vampires turn to dust if in sunlight. So yeah, you've got to know a certain amount. So it's not just the smallest of children that will enjoy it. But at the same time, they made it so that the beginning is enough that the children can enjoy it.
And it's a quick start as well. It wasn't like it's got to take too long for them to build the origins of these little minions. Just got straight into it, which is
Now to
good.
find Bane's distributor.
Not really.
Without the
I
venom
think it was a bit
injectors
too
from the
long
street
on the
soldiers,
origins bit,
that
but
should loosen their
it,
tongues.
at least it satisfies that you audience, really. Because at the end of the day, a child will probably, a small child will probably only remember the first 20 minutes of the film,
Yeah.
and then they just blank out and just say, yeah, I loved it at the end. But after an hour and a half. So yeah, I mean, the one thing I think they should have done for the younger audience is more fart jokes, and that's all seriousness.
Always.
Because
It's never enough.
in my experience, in my experience of films made specifically for very young audiences, fart jokes, you know, it fills the entire screen cinema with laughter. So that's
That's a
what you need to
universal
have those
joke as
fart
well.
jokes. Also, because if you've even got humour and a sort of story that's slightly above maybe 5-year-old's head or 4-year-old's head, if you have the fart jokes, it doesn't matter, because they'll still find something entertaining with it. They'll find something to laugh at. So yeah, I think they could have done with a little bit more of that.
We'll remember that for the sequel.
You must be crazy coming in here like that.
To me, take my advice,
What
my
gives?
feedback.
So when they're making
More fart
Despicable Me
jokes.
3,
I
they can
swear.
just make it all about fart jokes.
Yeah. No, yeah. Ooh, fart joke.
Well, it's another great film to add to their franchise, so. And they took the best
Oh,
characters and kind of gave them their own spin-off, which was good.
Yeah, I think Minions were a bit of an accidental thing, in my opinion. You know, in Despicable Me, they just became the star of the show by accident, and now they're just famous in their own right, and
I
everyone loves
smell
them, and
fresh
probably
meat.
even more than Guru. So yeah, they had to make a film out of it.
You got to cash in.
Off the
You got to
back
do.
of that. Yeah,
You got spin-offs.
cash in.
It's like fire.
You can't make a reboot, make a prequel.
That's a good point. You can't reboot it just yet.
Venom is supposed to make me invincible.
It would be hilarious if they rebooted
Venom is
Minions
supposed to make me
this year.
invincible.
Now they're darker and grittier.
Yeah, take away the colour and everything.
Please. Venom labs
Hey, did those minions just kill a whole bunch of people?
I swear.
Maybe. It's gritty, it's fine. So, oh yeah, Minions.
Brilliant. It's another great year for Universal Studios.
Yeah. Of course we've got, not, this isn't Universal Studios, this is Disney, but we've got Frozen 2 coming up soon.
That's ages away.
Yeah, but that's on the horizon. And it's another sequel.
So's Wreck-It
And
Ralph 2.
And the reason I think of that is because they didn't, apparently Disney didn't expect Frozen to be a hit. They had no idea. Which is stupid considering they put so much into the film and then they basically didn't back it up, supporting it. But now they're going to make a sequel that will probably be pants.
But we'll make a shed load of money.
Yeah,
As
exactly.
the Minions has opened to over $100 million in the US box office, so
Yeah.
regardless of it being good or bad, it's made its money.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's someone did a video on sequels and stuff. Something. It was about video game sequels, like how people hate sort of the Call of Duty sort of fact they release a new one every year, and yet every year, every time they release a new one, the sales go up. So, you know, every time they release a new film, whether it's good or bad, or they could make it the worst film ever, still every time the money just gets bigger and bigger.
It's because there's a fan base already there, ready to... We know what the Minions are all
Yeah.
about. We've seen them before in 2 other films. You paved the way, put them on their own. We love it. So yeah, so we love the Minions. We give it what, a 7 out of 10? 8 out of 10? Not enough fart jokes?
Do we have to be unanimous?
No,
yeah,
no.
actually,
No, if you didn't like it, you didn't like it.
6
5
or
out
a
of
7, yeah.
I would have said
7
you'd
will
say
do.
5.
7 will do.
7. Brilliant.
I can live with a 7. Yeah.
So you wanted to go for the 5. Didn't like
it's
it.
between a 6 and an 8. I mean, it's
It's
difficult.
not even a 7.
It's quite a good film. It's just, I'm not actually that big a fan
Go for
of the
6.
Minions themselves.
6 for the Minions.
I know. Let's just change the scale. Let's just choose a letter, and they're not in order from A to Z. They mean nothing. So I'm going to give this a L.
The Venom Lab's nearby. Just don't.
I'm gonna
That's
give it.
my rating.
I'm gonna give it a D.
A D. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So not as good as Despicable Me, but still, it's not. It's not at the M level. It's at the beginning. It's there, but it's not as good as.
Yeah. Mine's a solid L for Minions. Solid L. I mean, if you've seen Despicable Me, you're gonna want to see this film,
Yes.
and you know, it's entertainment. It's good entertainment. It's fine.
Despicable Me had a bit more heart, I think, because you got the little girls, and
Yeah.
and Guru's heart melts as well, which is quite nice.
Very true. I think it's a lot more people-centered.
Yeah.
With, yeah. That
Brilliant, so
definitely wins
that's-
out on that. You know, yeah.
That's our review of the Minions.
That's our review of Despicable Me 3. I mean,
And
Minions.
3.
Despicable Me the prequel. Reboot.
Everything's a reboot.
Everything's a reboot. We are the